in this video. Our Bitcoin price action has met our target exactly as predicted, and also we are going to dive in also with the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve and understand what is happening right now here in the logarithmic growth curve. Well, stay tuned to know more. So hi guys, and welcome back to another Gabbal cryptocurrency video where we trade by data and not by hype. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out our next videos like this. So before we dive into the short term, let's move in first to the logarithmic growth curve kasi there's a lot of things in here na we want to discuss and we want to bring back. So if you have been a long time follower of our YouTube account, some of you may have already known na we have been using the logarithmic growth curve for the past few years in determining the market cycle. And since na it's almost the end of the year and it's somewhat relevant to talk about this because of course you also want to recap what is happening at the end of the year here in the crypto market. So, para sa mga hindi nakakaalam, the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve is actually a data model that indicates kung anong part na ba ng market cycle yung Bitcoin price action na yun. And then using the historical data, it actually predicts the future price actions depending on the historical price action. So, it might not give us an accurate data, but at least it can give us an indicator, an idea on what's next for the coming years to come. So as you can see in here, this Bitcoin price action is actually using the historical Bitcoin price action from the previous market cycles. As you can see from 2012, it used that previous market cycle. So from this area, we are using the historical Bitcoin price action. Same goes in the 2014 price action. We also used that similar area, as well as in 2018. We also use this logarithmic growth curve. And then moving forward, since we are able to use the historical price action, we are using this data as a basis of the market cycle top and market cycle bottom. So as you can see in here, using the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, the Bitcoin price action we were able to determine the market cycle bottom around in here, which is around the 15,000, between the 15,000 to 18,000 US dollar area. And as you can see, we actually went in this lower part of the lower regression band. So it has actually determined the market cycle bottom with the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve. And then moving forward, ano na ba nangyayari dito ngayon? So as you can see, Bitcoin is roughly just playing around and it's just actually pump and dump around this specific area lang. And if you're going to look back in time, Bitcoin also did the similar thing back in 2016 wherein we just pump and dump roughly over 1.5 year. And this is actually during the time noong previous market cycle. And if you're going to look at the similarities, it's actually very similar na nagkakaroon lang tayo ng pump and dump within this consolidation area. So as you can see, we are seeing that similar consolidation area indicating na Bitcoin is right now at a consolidation phase. So now when we talk about consolidation, people would usually associate this as sideways price action, when in reality it should also take into account yung ating mga macro indicators across the world. So of course, it's also going to have somewhat of a relatively little increase as days go by. So as you can see in here, Bitcoin is actually getting somewhat of an increase, but it's not very big increase. So as you can see, even though na nagko-consolidate lang tayo, you would actually notice Bitcoin is actually increasing quite an amount. As you can see, Bitcoin has increased for around 300% during the consolidation phase. And take note, that is just the consolidation phase alone. Then when the bull market started, as you can see, Bitcoin not only went around 300%, but around 2,000%. Now, right now, Bitcoin is at its consolidation phase. And during the consolidation phase, we have already met around 155%. So if let's say you bought Bitcoin around last year, and let's say you bought, let's say 100,000 pesos, but since we already have 155% increase na nga, this would amount into actually around 250,000 pesos na yung pera nyo. In this case, if let's say you invested last year, so as you can see, it's already a 150% increase na nga and 150% profit na agad sa inyong pera if you are going to follow this logarithmic growth curve. So right now, what does this logarithmic growth curve tells about the current market? So as you can see in this logarithmic growth curve, it's actually telling us that right now we are at the consolidation phase and we actually have a lot of room to grow pa within the coming days and coming years to come. So as you can see, Bitcoin is right now at its very early consolidation phase and it's still a very good investment opportunity for the long term. If let's say you are looking into entering the crypto market, now is actually still one of the best time to enter kasi of course we are at a very good consolidation phase pa rin kay Bitcoin. So it can still dump within the next few months, but the main idea in here is we still have a lot of room to grow within the coming years to come. So yeah, that is what we are currently seeing right now with the logarithmic growth curve. Take note, if you want to check out our next videos regarding logarithmic growth curve, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out this next analysis when it comes to the logarithmic growth curve. Now, yun yung logarithmic growth curve. Let's now dive into the short term. A quick recap lang. So, diba, sa previous analysis natin, what we were monitoring was this pump and dump around this falling triangle. And traditionally, it's a continuation pattern, but when it breaks this resistance, it usually becomes a bullish pattern. So, if it's a bullish pattern, ang ginagawa natin is we're going to get the height, then lagyan natin siya sa possible point of breakout. In this case, 42,500 was our target. And take a look at that. It has met our target exactly as predicted. So, congratulations if you were able to trade this. But right now, what is next for the Bitcoin price action? So, what's next is actually by plotting a support line dito. As you can see, you're starting to form a support area in here kay Bitcoin price action. Now, sa resistance, as you can see, we are now starting to form a resistance here. So, this is somewhat indicating that we are starting to form somewhat of a channel. So, I think this is something that we can monitor within the next few months or the next few days. So, that is what we are currently monitoring here with the Bitcoin price action. And yeah, siguro yung muna update natin for the time being. Let's wait this one out and let's see in the next few days kung ano mangyari dito with the Bitcoin price action. I'll see you guys in the next video and bye-bye for now.